Nee, nee. Gott. Auf geht's. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Yeah. Don't let yourself get intimidated, meine ich. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Sold it. Yuri looks away. Da ist ein Bildfehler. Was? Wie? Wo ist ein Bild? Wo ist ein Bildfehler? Das passt doch. Passt doch. Da ist Yuri, da ist die andere, da ist Monika und da ist Monika. Das passt doch. Gibt ja nur die drei. Alles ganz normal. Aber ja. Wie gesagt, die eine wurde aus dem Spiel gelöscht. Und ja, die gibt's nicht mehr. Monika hat ihren Platz übernommen. In der Timeline ist auch Monika diejenige, die uns in den Club eingeladen hat. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, MTG, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Ist auch wieder weg. Okay, bis später sieht's aus. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half choking. Natsuki hieß die. Buff Natsuki, das Bild habe ich leider nicht mehr. Natsuki said, suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of a teacup with a finger. Favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex. Ich würde fast sagen. Ich meine, das ist so, ich kenne wir schon eigentlich. Hate Horror, bla bla bla. You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last scrap meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and Give That Back. Fine, Natsuki, you write poems. Sometimes, why do you care? Unterhalten sie sich über Gedichte. Let's go, all go home, write a poem of our own. Next time we meet, we are shy. Blablabla. Was ist ein Robball? Ein Pokémon. Ich glaube, eine kleine runde Robbe. That way everyone is even, bla bla bla. Okay, ja. Ja, das kennen wir. We come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. And, Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. There's still other clubs to look at, and, there's my train of thought. All three girls, blah blah. I'm sorry, I thought... Girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, MTG. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, MTG? Yeah, it could be fun, right? Official club. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. MGG, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'm on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Okay. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Would I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Okay. Set it out to reveal a special message. Was? Was? Okay. Okay, wir gehen wieder die Yuri-Route. Contamination, 4, Massacre. Scars, disoriented. Broken. Despise. Hurt. Eternity. Empty. Unrequited. Entropy. Unending grief. Melancholy. Graveyard. Captive. Disaster. Oh. Tragedy und Misfortune. Draufklicken. Vielleicht finde ich den Poem irgendwo nochmal. Hi again, MGG. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha, nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literary club. We're last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, MGG. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica, du bist ein bisschen im Weg. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps blah 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 her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Wie hat sich Sayori eigentlich umgebracht? Die hat sich in ihrem Schlafzimmer erhängt. Bug oder Absicht? Absicht. Ich gehe stark davon aus, das war Absicht. Sorry, MGG. Well, we'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yori shoots Natsuki with a distorted glance. I'm away anyway. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Ah, no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. Level 1, Glückwunsch. Was heißt Darn? Darn ist so eine etwas kinderfreundlichere Version von so verdammt. So in der Art. The short read, blah blah blah, and we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is how the girl accidentally. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew, well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Ich hab gewusst, es sah komisch aus mit dem Hintergrund. Jetzt ist er wieder normal. Ich hab gewusst, der sah komisch aus. Now that everyone settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse over to the cover of a book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Kommst vielleicht später wieder. Okay. Bis eventuell später, Betsy. Falls wir uns nicht mehr sehen. Schönen Samstag und schönes Wochenende noch. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Ah! Ich hab grad ihr Auge bemerkt. Okay. I want to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. See, there's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is it so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious group that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped in there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, MGG? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive, meine ich, on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. So ist die nächste. Nein! Bitte nicht. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at the life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we are all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. I don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read.
More pig! More pig!
Right, girl. Dankeschön fürs Folgen. Vielen Dank. Wegen dem Auge gerade. Glaubst du, das Bild, das Pater gezeigt hat, kommt wirklich im Spiel vor? Das wär cool. Das wäre sehr, sehr cool. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from the book instead. From my book instead. Sorry! Yuri, you realize a lot. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean. There, this should work right. I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. No, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ich hab schon geguckt, der schwarze Text, der ist nicht im Protokoll, der ist nicht in der History drin. Leider. Ray takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she is in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead of just Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence, even though turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? That's just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Das ist neu, oder? Das hatten wir während dem ersten Durchführen, glaube ich, nicht, dass die das sagt. Oder? Ich weiß gar nicht mehr. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Haha, Yuri, are you feeling right? Just being a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Das hat man, glaube ich, nicht. Sayori ist ganz aus dem Spiel. Die ist komplett weg.
More pig! More pig!
Marco, dankeschön. Dankeschön fürs Folgen. Ja, Sayori hat sich ja umgebracht. Und dann hat man Game Over und dann haben wir neu gestartet. Die Story und dann konnte man nicht mal mehr auf die gespeicherten Dinger zurückgreifen. Ja. Yoda stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So I don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. Wenn wir ihr gesagt hätten, dass wir sie auch lieben. Ja, hin und wieder ein bisschen Visual Novels. Besonders jetzt halt Doki. Was ja sich als sehr interessant herausgestellt hat. Was wäre passiert, wenn wir gesagt hätten, wir würden Sayori lieben? Keine Ahnung. Ich glaube auch, die hat sich erhängt. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book. That's okay, ja, okay, also sowas, das hier ist neu und so weiter. Natsuki, I told Natsuki I wasn't interested in poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. What? What? MG, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all stood somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. And well, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Okay, there's sweeter. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Was?
Richtig guter Stream. Grüße vom besten Winston und der besten Mercy aus Rülferlei.
Dankeschön. Eieiei. Dankeschön. Cuddy ist neuer Boss, Stream-Boss. Eieiei, Dankeschön. Sau cool. Gut, das muss ich jetzt noch schnell anpassen. Trinkgeld. Seit dem neuen Zeug hat man kein Trinkgeld mehr. Jetzt kann ich das einstellen. Gut. Gut, Moment. Okay, nicht ganz. Ganz. Moment. Mit euch spielen gerne. Also dienstags streame ich, freitags und samstags streame ich. Ansonsten hätte ich den Rest der Woche, denke ich mal, Zeit für Overwatch. Kein Problem. Kein Ding. Nicht schlimm. Ich habe das Spiel aus Versehen ein bisschen kleiner gemacht. Okay. Jo, vielen Dank. Ah ja, Overwatch, also Dienstag mache ich Stream, Freitag und Samstag mache ich Stream, ansonsten Rest der Woche sollte ich ungefähr eigentlich so gut wie immer mal Zeit haben. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like where it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Gut, ja, Yuri ist immer noch weg. Hi, MGG. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Nah, don't worry, MGG. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, it's true. And Monica, my poem. Great job, MTG. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Ha! That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Hurry! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Was kurz weg, was hast Unheimliches verpasst? Seit dem Zeug mit den Augen von Natsuki ist nichts weiter passiert. Also im Endeffekt glücklicherweise nichts. Alright, thanks Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me, confused. I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crackle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. He's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Nah, it's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated. Okay, das kennen wir schon. Einfach weiterschreiben. Und nicht auf eine Stelle konzentrieren, wenn man nicht weiterkommt. Einfach weiterschreiben. Thanks for listening, bla bla bla. Gut. Okay, Yuri. Hello, Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. But I know that. I just mean, Yuri treads off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay, this is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. Seiten von Seltsam Rot. Rot sind sie. Ich weiß aber nicht, ob das vorher schon war oder ob das neu ist. Müsste man mal die alten Aufnahmen durchschauen. Ob das vielleicht schon so war oder ob das sich da geändert hat. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost on the Light. Hätte ich jetzt fast erwartet, dass da irgendwie was komisch ist. Aber es sieht aus wie das normale Gedicht. Ghost on the Light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Now, I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. But I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, MGG. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive, eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so if anything I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but yet I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing the best for you, MGG. Me too. Yeah. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Yo! Seht ihr das, was ich sehe? Moment. Seht ihr das, was ich sehe? Nein. Da, Bild hinten. Da. Hängt da wieder ein Bild. Ja, das ist Sayori, die sich erhängt hat. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. There's a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in a notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with that language? Huh? Oh, did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did it completely miss the symbolism or there's something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and MTG did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And MTG liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous of MTG appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours? Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know that. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as MTG started showing up. Natsuki, Natsuki, there's a little... This doesn't involve you. It's something that... But... Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You wanna be edgy, bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. Jetzt haben wir natürlich Sayori nicht da, die den Streit, die dazwischen geht. Mach mal nix. Okay. letztes Mal auch so beleidigt. Ich glaube nicht, ich glaube vorher ist Sayori tatsächlich dazwischen gegangen. Ich bin mir aber nicht mehr sicher. Jetzt wo wir Sayori nicht mehr da haben. Magst du Musik irgendwie? Erinnert mich ein bisschen so an diese komischen YouTube-Videos von wegen every time bla 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 happens, dass die Geschwindigkeit verdoppelt wird oder sowas. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh my bad, you already do it, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let him hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Oh, did she? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Whoa! What? Yuri? 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 Hey! Nein! Hallo Monika? Yuri? Hey, MTG. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Hey, his poster is back. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth on the desk with the palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. MTG, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Dieses einzelne completely war ein bisschen, macht mich ein bisschen nervös. Aber Monika hat auch dieses Rote. Ich nehme an, das ist einfach nur, das ist normal. Dass die halt so rötliche Highlights um die Augen haben. Sowas von tot. Ich gehe stark davon aus. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I just I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with MGG. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. Was? Okay. Pain. Depression. Hopeless. Monika macht dir Angst. Glaub, bist nicht die Einzige. Moment, ich muss mal kurz was gucken. Kann sein, dass gerade ein bisschen... Ne, okay, Twitch sagt, Verbindung ist gut. Streaming-Programm hat gerade nur irgendwie ein bisschen gemeint. Läuft nicht gut, aber... Twitch sagt, läuft gut. Dann läuft's gut. Okay, keine Ahnung. Agonizing Disown. Ey. Ja, okay, fuck. Death. Anxiety. Entropy. Sadness. Sadness kommt zu Natsuki. Was? Na, fuck off, nee. Wrath. Aber Melancholy. Ja, Defeat. Oh, fuck. Ah, hat trotzdem gepasst. Unstable. Disaster. Empty und Doki. Gehen beide noch drauf, nur Monika ist noch da. Ach. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room the usual and seeing greets me. Hallo Yuri. Welcome back, MTG. Hi Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yeah. Ah, da ist er. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. But about yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. At least don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and sorry what I'm saying right now. Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, I'm guessing you haven't either. Aber Natsuki lebt noch. Im Moment zumindest. Natsuki lebt noch. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jesus isn't like her at all. I know it's a is stupid, but I can't help but worry about a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? That's okay about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, you know what that guy talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... The fuck, der Mund! Marble sailcloth, blindside, lifeline, reciprocity, faultlessly offered, Nate. I accept your apology anyway. If it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid she secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. Nah. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monia. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. Weiter verschwinden. Okay. Alles klar. Kadi, Level 1. Weiter so, Glückwunsch. Was hast du? Du hast einiges verpasst. Wann bist du weg? Ah ja, du bist vorhin weggegangen. Einiges. Also am besten mal die Aufnahme dann, wenn ich das auf YouTube hochlade, anschauen. Es ist einiges Merkwürdiges passiert in Doki. Ah ja, Mikuya. Also ich habe so ein Chatbot im Twitch-Chat namens Mikuya. Da kann man aufleveln, kann man Erfahrungen sammeln und mit genug Erfahrung levelt man dann auf und so weiter. Und ja. Und Erfahrung kriegt man halt fürs an sich Zuschauen und ich glaube fürs Chatten. Ist wie so ein kleiner, so ein ja, keine Ahnung. Das ist Königin des Levels, das ist richtig. Die ist vorhin, wie viel? 79, glaube ich, geworden. Level 79, irgendwie sowas. Now König des Resets, ja. 79, eieiei. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Oh, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. Ah, thanks. Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, MG. Monica smiles weakly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Ah, don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Satsuki has already run off into the closet. MGG. Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Das Poster ist wieder da, tatsächlich. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. Jetzt ist das Poster wieder weg. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. There's something holding her up. I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. Oh, das ist neu. Fuck, die Musik. Es klingt fast so, als ob unser Charakter jetzt aus der eigentlichen Story, die sich im Klassenzimmer abspielt, rausgeht. Und so weiter. Die vom Staubsauger wegrennt. Staubsauger. Ich glaube nicht. Das ist die zweite Waifu-Tour. Ach, Quatsch. Ich glaube, vorher stirbt Natsuki. Let's see, the most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Huh? What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. Sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? They reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Oh! Oh. 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 I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. MTG, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. You resets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this probably, don't you? Of course. Wussten wir von Natsuki. Brony, Level 2, Glückwunsch. Ja, dazu hat es zwar gesagt, aber... hätte ja auch gelogen sein können. Aber ich hab mir das eigentlich schon fast gedacht, oder ich habe das schon geahnt, während unserem ersten Durchlauf an dem einen Sonntag, wo Yuri bei uns zu Besuch war. Da war das, glaube ich, irgendwie so... Ich weiß gar nicht. Jedenfalls hat sie da, glaube ich, irgendwie einen langärmeligen Pullover oder sowas angehabt und so weiter. Und da war irgendwie so eine Situation, wo ich irgendwie so ein bisschen den Verdacht hatte. Ah ja, und das Messer. Die hat ein Messer dabei. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you notice, I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, MGG. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. MGG, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries, I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is it so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. Bin mal gespannt, ob da jetzt irgendwie was passiert. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our side. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute about. When she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't actually touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudged on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Bis gleich now. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. MGG? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. MGG. Okay. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. The teacup gets knocked over. MGG. My heart won't stop pounding, MGG. Can't calm down. Can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, MGG? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Whoa! It's time to share poems. Okay. Yeah, just as I thought. MGG, come on. I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, MGG? Honestly, I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together. But exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just really don't feel like talking right now. Please go away. Okay. Hyperrealistische Augen. Creepypasta, Klischee. Wunderbar. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. He stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? MGG, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Head's sweaty, knees weak, arms spaghetti. Mom's spaghetti. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, MGG. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is it bad, MGG? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usually at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem, okay? Okay? Wheel. Oh, rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding. Bolted? Okay, keine Ahnung. Then a gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time devouring snakes with human eyes. What? A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that licks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Breathing bolt head. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Das ist neu, das kennen wir noch nicht. Wer schreibt ein Gedicht zu? Juri. Juri schreibt ein Gedicht zu. Aha. It doesn't really matter what's it about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. There is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it. And how now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep this poem, though. Okay. Oh, okay. MTG, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't it kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be the best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head. I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright. Bad. Piercing. Red, green, blue. Cacophony. Of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Will creating screech, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like blink, board on treb, like playing a knife on a breaking ribcage. of English. Delete her. What? Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When it happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You've unlocked a special poem. Yeah. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. What? Das ist ein schöner Cursor. Das sind schöne Soundeffekte. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Well, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since MTG joined and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know. Raffst gar nichts. Muss man im Moment, glaube ich, noch nicht. Monika ist böse. Aber die ist doch so nett. Und erklärt uns Sachen, gibt uns jeden Tag Tipps. And the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. The Literature Cup should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, MGG? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of MGG to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until MTG joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And MTG isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Oh, Natsuki, das hättest du nicht machen sollen. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and MTG want to get more members too, right? I don't know how, I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation, no. Natsuki is right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. MTG, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, isn't it? Is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of this, of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels like, you know, nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, MTG. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? But, I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. But I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. What about you, MTG? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. It's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change... ihr Auge tropft ein bisschen. Hat's gerade zumindest. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright, well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay. Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, MTG? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with MTG before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Als nächstes verschwindet. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew, things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? MGG, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know. I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet. No, stop it! Okay. Okay,